I'm Rick, and I'm building the Terminator. Today, I want to talk about the main wooden components, the handle and the stock. This is the handle in the rough. In other videos on this channel, I've detailed how I make a three-piece handle. This is pretty much my usual handle. Where it is different is that it's got that hole in the front. The hole's for a breakaway, and we'll discuss that a bit more later on in a later part of this series. But it means that the forearm is longer than my usual. The roll is going to be an end handle, so there's no need for fancy arrangements to allow a push rod to go through. And I'll join the handle to the stock later on in the build. I made the main stock a bit larger than it really needed to be, working on the principle that it's easier to cut bits off than it is to add bits on. I laminated the stock from 5 bits of ash eucalypt. Some of it's Tassie oak, which is a relatively low density for eucalypt. Some of it's silvertop ash, which is high density for eucalypt. The overall high density is not going to be too much of a problem because this is going to be a bulky gun. The different kinds of timbers are lammed in symmetrically, so the stresses should be balanced, and the final block should be very stable and solid. Because the gun's for me, I glued it all up with polyurethane glue, and that leaves a fair bit of mucky stuff after it dries. I used a power planer to take most of this muck off. It's important that stock is straight and that the surfaces are flat. I put it through a jointer to make sure that one side was dead flat. Then I put it through a thicknesser to make sure that the other side was parallel. It came up quite attractive, I thought. And now I had my basic wooden components ready to go on to the next step.